Okay, day two. I had slept over at Marionport. The town has like a little marina. This photo, probably not my most attractive, but I'm just showing the sleeping setup. So I have a good camping pillow. It's an inflatable, but it's got like a foam layer, so it's comfortable. And then I also brought my neck pillow because I have wide shoulders, so I need extra width to sleep on my side. Um, Here, what's going on is with the ear that's down, I have an earplug. And then in this ear, I have an electronic earbud where I listen to white noise. And then I have this hearing protector earmuff. I cut the other side off because I always sleep with like a head down on the pillow. But this blocks out the noise, so I just hear the white noise that plays through the electronic earbud through like an app on my phone. So another photo of the earmuff where I just cut one side off. I learned this trick camping, like driving out west with Jeff. We'd stay over at Cracker Barrels, and they're always right next to a highway. And just the foam earplugs don't block the noise well enough. So throwing one of these over the ear that's up, I can fall asleep. And usually I push it off while I'm sleeping, but I don't care. I'm asleep. Um, Photo from inside the tent. I was trying to show how, like, when you're lying in the tent, you still see outside through the mesh. Um, They've done this kind of line cleverly. It's got like it's metal hooks that hold these spring tabs down for the doors. So they kind of believe in the less zippers, the better, because they'll just fail over time. Oh, and the other thing I was trying to point out is like all the security lights that people had on. So that's why I had my sun hoodie draped over my eyes to try to block the light. So I would bring an eye mask or something when you go camping. This just showed that it did rain a lot. My tent's one of those pricey ones that uses Dyneema fabric. Awesome, awesome tent. Super duper waterproof. You could touch this and it won't start bleeding through. Um, oh, this is a little gross, but I use a Gatorade bottle as a pee bottle. Sorry about that. It's in that's funny is there's a pocket for your bottles. So on one side I have my bicycle water bottle, and then on the other side my little pee jug, Gatorade, and they're at like the waist level. So that's kind of convenient. Um, what I would do, my tent bag, I'd put my dirty bike clothes from the day of riding in that while I was sleeping. And I keep the clean ones. I had a small 5 liter dry bag, so I'd keep the clean ones in that. When it's time to wake up, I put on my clean cycle clothes. So yeah, on this just showing like my feet. I barely have enough room lengthwise. It's a very small tent, but it's good for me because I have like about a foot on the side for my stuff. I sleep on the other side. This pad that I'm sleeping on, very comfortable. Um, and it's 3 inches thick and it's insulated, so it's nice and warm. And the orange is a quilt instead of a sleeping bag because less weight. And when you lie in a sleeping bag, whatever you're lying on gets compressed and it's not warm anyway. So quilts are kind of the new thing. At the Marionport, this was the bathroom. It had a shower. Um, I think my fellow camper, he didn't have a tent. I think he got kicked out of his girlfriend's place or something. So there's two of these bathrooms. I think he dragged all his stuff in there and was sleeping in the other one. Just a theory. Anyways, leaving Marionport for Brockport, very scenic. I think in retrospect, I couldn't figure out why everybody was biking west, but I think the scenery, you know, especially once you hit Rochester, like Rochester to Buffalo, it was definitely more scenic between there as far as the canal path goes, and not very much road noise at all. On my YouTube channel, there's a short for this. See this little guy in action, cute little thing. That blue box is not a porta potty. I think it's just some sort of like so air can get down to the engine or something. And this is where I got to Brockport. So their little welcome center. That's this building up here. And I set up my tent here. There's like offices down here, and I think this is somebody's home up top. But this is where they told me to set up camp. Nice had a table. My rain pants drying out. It was a very rainy day. Um, That's the bridge I came across. The other one is being repaired on. They were working on that in the middle of the night, so my earmuff thing came in quite handy because that was loud. And then these things they have by the water are actually for the boats, but I'm allowed to use it as well. So I just plugged in my little charger to charge up my cell phone and stuff. This was the day I figured out that my backup power brick thing, USB battery brick, wasn't working. Um, I love this stupid little chair. Truck camping, car camping, I would never bring it. But at the end of the day, biking, your butt is pretty sore from the small bike seat. This sitting on this compared to like the hard picnic table benches over here, it just feels like heaven. This is a little piece of coroplast. It's like the backer for like signboards. I cut it out small enough so that that's a folding keyboard. So I lie it on my lap, the white plastic, and then I fold open the keyboard and it gives me like a tiny little desk. But, kept it small so it would fit in my bag. So yeah, Brockport that night, I just sat in the chair watching the people walk the canal path across the way, um, probably typing in my blog or, texting Jackie and just charged my stuff. Yeah. So I'd see people walking by and just sort of hung out by the water. It was really nice. Dinner, they had like a little dive bar, which was really good food there actually. I had pretzel bites before this, but this was a buffalo chicken salad with blue cheese. Oh, and I went and did laundry. I lucked out when I arrived; it was all empty. But then, like, some working guys showed up, so there's suddenly like 20 guys in there all doing their laundry. But I'd already started; I was wrapping up. And on the way back, the sewing machines. So I thought Jackie would like the little witches and crows. But that's it for day 2 on the trail.